Soberholic on LinkedIn, but not you.
Oh.
We're live.
Hello. We don't mess around, just rip it off, rip the plaster off, Jannine. How are you doing? Hello, we've already been chatting. I've been doing all the chatting. So first I want you just to introduce yourself. I love that you've got mentor. That's exactly how I've put you in my life, a mentor. So tell us who you are, where you are.
Hey, I'm a huge fan of Claire, the Soberholic coach. That's who I am. Massive fan of you. We met a year ago. I'm a business mentor, but not just any business mentor. I love people with crazy, wild ideas that are going to change people and the planet. And when everyone else thinks you're mad, I will champion you and help you turn it into a thriving business. That's what I do.
Yes. What a wonderful solution statement.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And I think it's things like that. It's just that professionalism. You can tell you've done the training, you've done the courses. There's things in there that, you're solving a problem. You're speaking to the right people.
Yeah.
You've got your dot, as they say, don't they? Tony and Dean's world, they call it your dot. You know who you're here to help and here to serve.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's taken me time to realize that. I know I've always worked in sustainability. And at the moment, I'm deeply embedded in regeneration, which is beyond sustainability. And it's really like solutions for healing, health, and the planet. That is what I'm really into. 100% of my clients are helping people and helping the planet. But I realized within that was too broad. And then I realized who I really championed with people like you that are have this, people look at you and think, is that going to work? And I'm like, yes, it's what the world needs. And you've got the energy and you've got the passion. So that's when I realized I help the crazy wild ones.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I always remember something very special about your workshop. And I am getting there. I've just got such a lot to say. It's like squeezing a spot, isn't it? Once you find your voice, you've got to get it all out. And obviously writing my book was a big start of that. Well, a big part of that process, but I was held back by so many obstacles. So, the biggest obstacle was always my limiting beliefs. And there was something special about your workshop because you asked questions. And you didn't wait for the answers. We didn't give you the answers.
Yeah.
You posed the questions, and the clarity from having that space and time and the implementation of it on the moment just made something, well, obviously I remembered it. It was special.
Oh, I love hearing that because the thing is, right, there's so many processes and courses you can do, and lots of them are super important. But the truth is, you know all the answers. And the reason I know you know the answer is because you're working at this thing and you've got this creative idea and you're going for it. And sometimes you're falling and sometimes you're winning, but you don't stop because it's like there's something in you that's urgent to get this work out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I see that. And so therefore you clearly have the answers, but you've got, stories of family and work and a whole bunch of stuff that we call limiting beliefs, but they're just stories that we've got hanging around. So when you ask a question, as we did in that workshop, it cuts straight to the core and you know the answer. And what's interesting is that it's your intuition that's answering because you're taking out all the noise. When you're asked to use your head in a workshop, you have to use your head, and so we're here. But when you use your heart and your soul, you just know the answer. You just know. So I love questions. They bring answers.
And don't you think it's something for a woman as well? Because we're solution focused, right? So people have a problem, we're trying to solve it. We're solving all day. That's what we do.
Yes.
And it's allowing space in that filter that we've all got. We've got our own filter. We know what's not working. We probably even know what to do, like you say. It's just having I think that's when you use your willpower. You use your willpower to sit on the seat, to do the writing, or you use your willpower to make the call. You don't use your willpower to stop you doing the thing that you still desire, because that, and it's about looking at it and thinking, where do you want to be? I read something this morning about your desire is actually your drive that's not able to be used. Do you know what I mean? Like it's, what is it? Your potential seeking space, if you like. Yeah. So like you're a Ferrari and you're just toddling around the streets. There's more, you've got more to give. And often that's the feeling of discontent. Would you agree?
Well, it's interesting because when I'm listening to you, I'm hearing a bunch of intangible words And that's where I think women thrive. But the world wants us to be tangible and action focused. And actually, we understand when you talk about discontent, that's a sign. That's like a little breadcrumb you should be following. Like, what am I discontent about? Because it's a course correction moment, you know? And I think when I listen to you, what I'm hearing is this immense sense of trust. And trust is not a passive thing. Trust is like an equation that's made up of creativity and intuition and action all combined. So when we talk about trust and discontent, and what are some of the other words you just used then?
Oh God, I can't remember. I think it's just like my feeling was I was drowning that feeling of discontent. I was feeling like I should be happy. Like when I looked, I had all the ingredients for the cake, but it didn't have a cake. It wasn't a cake, and I certainly didn't want to put a candle in it. Do you know what I mean? It was like, this is what I had been striving towards, and that happens quite a lot. I'm remembering, like, even with my business, having the logo, having the idea, having all the pieces, but there's another level where you pull it all together. And I think that's, you get to a stage in your life as a woman where you think, I'm actually in control of this. This is my universe. I'm creating it. Like, what if I just change how I'm showing up? What if I change how I react to that?
Well, that's you're talking about the creative process. Like, that's just where you thrive. You know, you've got these ideas and you've got your avatars and, you want to help people and you're thriving. And then, like you say, you get to this point. Why don't you feel happy about it? There's something missing, but that's not the problem. That's the clue. That's the key. It's like, oh, so something's still missing. And then you get to look at it instead of like, oh, something's missing. It's not a
it's all wrong. Start from scratch.
It's not. It's just a reframe or a slight, shift to the left or the right. Yeah.
And it was something about decision making, because I'm homeschooling my children, home educating my children now. So everything that I'm learning, I'm like, I can package this and hand it to them, and this is relevant. And it was something I read about decision making, about it's hard to make decisions, but like just make a decision, because that you're closer to finding out if it's the wrong decision if you've made it, rather than just sitting there like, shall I do it? Shall I stop drinking? Am I bad enough? Like, let's think about it for another month. Like, how long are we thinking about before we just say, right, let's try. It doesn't work this way. Let's try something a different way. And often we think it's got to be the opposite, but it could just be something smaller, like not having the toxic conversations, just not going over that thing again, because it's not in your control.
That's why I love your avatars, because, you've got the avatars who can just take small steps. It's very rare that we just make big, massive changes. It's very rare that someone's going to go, tomorrow I'll stop drinking, that's it. And sometimes, like you say, you don't need that even. Maybe it's just stopping a conversation one day, not hanging out with a certain person, not going to that place. And the big change happens after a series of small changes. That's what I love about your avatars. It really helps people move through that process. You're absolutely right. You're lucky kids that you're home educating. I only found out yesterday that that young kids, they're not being allowed time to be creative at school. And that really upsets me. I couldn't believe it. So teachers are really leaving the system. So lucky your kids.
I know. It was a hard decision to make. And it seemed obvious once I made it. I was like, oh my God. And that means I don't have to, it just removed so many obstacles, really. And then getting okay with telling people, because often it's when you've made the decision and then you share it with the people in your life and they go, oh, what about that? What about this? As if you hadn't thought about it. And by you reiterating your decision, it just makes it even more, it embeds it a bit more, doesn't it? Like, the thing I say now is school just wasn't teaching us what they wanted to learn.
Yeah.
It's not really about me. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm saying that that's not where they wanted to go. They didn't want to go that way.
You're just incredibly brave. They already think you're mad enough creating this business. Then, oh God, now she's educating her kids at home. And it's that just makes me fall in love with you more.
Does it? I was worried that it would make people think, oh, well, there's no way I would do that. So there's no way I'm going to stop drinking. So I don't know anything about this woman. She's clearly crazy. But
you know what? When you do something that confronts people, it makes people think. Now, most people waste that thinking, and actually they're just judging you or having an opinion. But it actually does make people think, and that's what it's challenging. Anything that challenges an existing paradigm is healthy.
Yeah. And I have to let go of thinking that the person in front of me is the person who might need my support. Everyone's at a different stage, but they know 20 people who they might bump into with this problem. So, and again, what was said before, it just takes like one person to see something and think, actually, come over here. I want you to talk to this audience. You know, it doesn't take a lot. It's a vision, really. It's, what do they say? It's I'm showing somebody a brand new idea. It's not something new, is it? I mean, it's not like, it's hard to get people to sign up to it like that. They need time for to think, oh, hang on, what you on about? What?
Yeah.
What? I can still drink, or do I not drink? And what is going to affect my relationship? You know, because we don't think about it. It's just always there. It's always been there.
Yeah. Yeah. And can I look as fabulous as you if I stop drinking? Yeah, look, you know, I think if you can get people to ask one question that's going to change an aspect of their life, you've done an amazing job. But for you, it's like, yeah, like you say, it's just someone's going to tell someone, because you have a very memorable product. It's incredibly memorable. So even if someone comes back in 5 years and goes, I'm ready now, it's just the way it is. And you can't control people's rate of change. All you can do is show up and say, it's here when you're ready. And here when you're ready. Which avatar are you?
And I've got so much to talk about. There's so many spins on this, which I think's kept me interested. You know, these avatars have all got a backstory. I haven't even really developed that. That can go. My members in my group can help to shape that. I want them to be real situations. I think it's Riley. Her mum has dementia, and she's still got teenagers at home, and like she's thinking, how am I going to cope without it? But within a few weeks, she's sleeping better. So I wanted to bring in real scenarios so that people don't think, oh, it's all right for you. Like, you know, it's a bit different over here where I am.
Yes.
I want to be able to do that so that it's real, because we all love that, don't we? To look at somebody else's life and to picture, how does that fit together?
Well, I think, you know, stories are such a way that humans connect effortlessly. So I love that you have a story for every one of your avatars, and I'd love to see those stories develop. Absolutely. Great idea.
Yeah, no.
You have the best problem in the world. Too many ideas. I love it.
Too many ideas.
Some people have no ideas.
And don't you think that comes from time, though? If you've got time and you slow down and you just start like being inspired. I sat with Anne English. She's mentioned in the book. She's got a double-page spread, I think. She helped me develop the characters. And it came from like the Mr. Men books and Spice Girls. The Spice Girls were in the original.
I see it
there.
Yeah.
I think like so that people can connect with all of them. And at first they all looked very similar, like body-wise, and we made Ollie a little bit plumper, and we've made Bessie's hair short to make them all stand out. So but I think the way that the personalities kind of shine through the way that they're standing. It's clever how they've pulled it together, and with the traffic light system, it's red through amber to green.
Oh my God, I hadn't realized that. That is so obvious now that you say it. Oh,
because of the circles, if you get so far, you're back. Clever.
I want a cartoon show now. I want the animation version of the girls hanging out. You know, like the Real Housewives of Wales on Getting Sober. Let's see that. That sounds good. I'd watch that.
That's it. I know it is. You could go any way with it. Well, I was thinking the other day, I was looking at the Golden Girls. There was something came up on Facebook about them, and I thought, oh, I must watch that, because I bet there's some corkers in there, because women's situations and issues, we can laugh at them, can't we? We do laugh at it. We can laugh at ourselves as well. Yes. It's bringing that humour in, isn't it? And to believe that the Golden Girls are the same age as the rerun of Sex in the City, like they're the same age.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. One of the Golden Girls is 47, and they're in their early 50s. And I don't know, it's just trying to bring that bit of humor in about what these night sweats and
yeah,
because it doesn't have to always be joking about the wine. That's what we're trying to move away from, but it doesn't have to be serious either. There's another level of humor, isn't there?
Yeah, but you've brought my attention to that, and it is challenging because it's like before I met Claire and after I met Claire.
Oh,
and after I met Claire, it's like I hear that humor. Everyone just that. It's like it's okay to make jokes all the time about, oh well, let's have another one, or it's like, oh my God, Claire's right. That's just embedded.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even barely drink, so it's not like I don't understand that culture. But I
Right.
can imagine it. Like I love chocolate, so maybe if I use that example, I can understand. One more bit of chocolate. But it's like, yeah, it's just everywhere. It's permissible.
I'll show you my this bag.
We need the prosecco, or
Life happens, gin helps.
Yeah, see, like what the hell?
Like
why is that okay?
That doesn't help, by the way. It's not true. But my idea, this lady who helped us with the avatars in here, Anne, she said, I can be smart and use this as sticky content.
Yes.
I show this. Like, I've always been worried about sharing things like, look at this, because I'm feeding it. But she says, no, if you stick that to you, everywhere they go and they see it, they'll think of you like you're doing.
Yes, it's true. It's truly a before and after Claire moment for anyone who meets you. I'm telling you, it's absolute fact. And you don't even know it. It's happening. You've affected so many people. So what we need is some amazing celebrity who really knows they need this journey to come and do this to help you spread the message. That would be incredible. That's my great wish for you.
I know. I've said it to.
That's the world we're in. It's like it's like they need to see someone famous doing this, and then they'll do it.
Yeah.
And there's lots of famous people that would need this. So maybe they can help spread the message. This is one of the most important health messages of our generation.
But I don't want it to be some celebrity. I was in a networking event and it was all about being an influencer.
Yeah.
Either bringing it, you could go and you were trying to be an influencer, or you were there to try and find an influencer to help you. I suppose that's what you were saying. And someone said, oh, Katie Price. And I was just like, I felt a bit horrified, and I don't mean to be judgy, but I don't want to stick my product that I've worked so hard.
Yeah.
Like, what about not having a celebrity? What about just it being me? And like, we're seeing this as like, she's just a normal person who's like, I feel like I want to hang on to that. Maybe that's me just being a bit.
No, but you're going to help the everyday people by having. It's just the way this world works.
I just need to be careful with who the celebrity would be, because
sure, yeah.
Like I would have to think carefully about that.
But doesn't matter who it is if it really helps people and they start talking about this program, and then that attracts other people to realize if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I hear you. And I think your intentions are really pure, but also if we're going to reach people, I think it's okay.
I know. I think there's that, and it's nice to have mentors like yourself around us, because there is a borderline little bit of a mental health issue here on my behalf. You know what I mean? I've stopped drinking, and this is my life. Like, this is it. And I have, now the book is written, it actually takes a lot off my shoulders, because it's like, it's not almost like I can forget it, but it means I've got space in my head now for other things. Because the strapline is so much more than sober. The clues in the title.
Yes.
Like, there's more to me than this. Like, I want to be just Claire, like Oprah. Like, you know what? Why not?
Absolutely. And you're right. It's not just about getting sober. That's like the first step. It's about the life. You are about the life that happens once you're sober.
Yeah. Now, if I had a celebrity come in and they say, yes, I'm sober and it's saving marriage, whatever, there's still that element of, oh yeah, well, it's all right for you.
No, but if you had a celebrity that then said, since I've been sober, I've now this fit, have better relationships, have more energy, sleep better, all the things that you know are going to happen.
Did you know that I contacted Caroline Flack?
No, I don't know who that is.
No, she was on Love Island. She was on the Love Island. She was the presenter of Love Island, and she had to do with our partner, and hit the phone. The police, and there was blood and a court case. So I think they'd had a fight, and I don't know if he got hit with a lamp when he was asleep.
Right.
And she ended up took out of court. He didn't want to press charges, but because she was in the public's light, they really pushed with it. And I watched it unfold, and you could see the press were horrific. And I sent her messages, and she never replied, and she committed suicide.
Oh my goodness!
And it's like getting through to people. I sent it to her and to her. It was ages ago, and I was really nervous at the time, because you think when you send something like that, people are going to see it and reply straight away. Most often than not, they don't. But it is just having that confidence now to put myself forward and being in them places, them platforms. And I think even tapping into the people who I have helped, because at some stage they were nervous about coming forward and saying, look at what I've achieved. But maybe now, so if you're watching and you've already had some wins from this, then I would really appreciate that, to have a chat and to share how it's supported you and how it's changed your life. Because
I remember you saying, I don't know your exact words, but you said, I want to be like the Weight Watchers of weight, like the
world.
Yeah. So I'm wondering then, if you don't want to go the celebrity route, can you go to somewhere like schools or some community place and run this as a community program?
There's so many ideas. It's where my energy would be, isn't it? I feel like the idea about Slimming World was because I feel a couple of things. Like, they push you. If you go to Slimming World today and you say, look, it's Friday night, I know my problem is alcohol as well, and then the crisps and the takeaway. So they'll say to you, well, first thing to do is stop drinking wine, drink spirits. And no.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Ring Claire with Claire's business card. Like, could that not just go neatly into the little pack?
Yeah.
Now, Slimming World, the woman who started that, if I'm right, I can't remember her name, she did all this. She did this. She shoveled and dug the hole like I'm digging. I want somebody like that to see me and just to go, I want to help you. That's what I dream of. I didn't dream of a celebrity, me paying a celebrity £5,000 to say that I'm great.
Well, I don't think you need to pay them. I think it'd be about someone wanting to do it. But I hear you. So, have you ever done a sort of Friday afternoon catch-up, get-together thing? You used to do that online, didn't you?
I used to do a Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
I think it's hit and miss getting people to attend, isn't it? I think it's having just asking for the help and saying, if it's helped you, would you be prepared? People might not want to speak on camera, but they might be prepared to write something down. It all helps, doesn't it? It's maybe me. I need to start asking for that, and not be shy.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, what's the most popular time that people drink? Is it Friday night, Saturday night?
Friday, 5 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you were to run an event on Fridays at 5 o'clock, that could be interesting.
To get people on a Zoom, or just, you mean on a live?
No, with your membership, like, or just getting people on just so they've got somewhere else to go at Friday at 5. Because I think that's like one of the first small steps, isn't it?
It is. I honestly don't think it's just a Friday night problem, though, for lots of people, is it? It's fine. I mean, how it works inside the membership is I turn up on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do midday because I'm hoping this is a global thing. The time difference doesn't matter, so that people can catch up at any time. They might even catch up all in one go, like binge on a Sunday. But because the motivational pillars are health, wealth, and relationship, they turn up with what's going on for them, if there's an issue or a problem or something they want to share, and then I'll just deliver my content and address that. And then if anybody wants one-to-one support, they can up level to a sober pen pal, and then we have one-on-one calls, which is nice for some people because they don't always want that social media. They want to be able to just express how it's shown up for them. And then it's about planting seeds of what you could have instead. You need that bigger carrot, a great big carrot to run towards.
You're taking systems that have worked really, really well for other problems like weight loss or mental health, and you're applying it to something else because support, you know, Penpals, like you say, anonymity, information. And what I love about it in particular is it's about what happens afterwards. You know, a lot of people will get you to a result, but you're all about, so what happens after that? Like, what can you do with this new energy, this, you know, person who's sleeping through the night and, you know.
What I want then is to really tap into her and say, what is she passionate about? Yeah. What has she got to say? I have a new show coming up on my YouTube, and I'm using it to really to spread the word about my YouTube channel with my business connections called In Your Opinion. I was interviewed on BBC Radio 5 Live, and I had to say, in my opinion, and then follow up with what my opinion was. And it was such a powerful shift from someone just saying, so Claire, who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, nice.
I saying, in my opinion, you could say anything you want after that.
That's amazing.
And I wanted to gift that to other people. So that I'm starting with my business colleagues, you know, my friends, if you like, who are going to be coming on and sharing about their business idea. So my goal is eventually my clients to come through that process and for them to find their voice and to maybe solve the problems they probably already have. Most of them have got their own journeys of things they've come through. Like one lady's reversed up diabetes with her weight loss, and
amazing.
I know that honestly, this is what astounds me, the skills that are coming through. And I'm thinking it's going to be like a skill swap network of amazing women who are just, they know that they deserve more. And this is like at the beginning. Imagine what they're going to be like in like 2-3 years time. And even the new people coming in will just be like, come on. It, you know, the energy will just pull people up on its own.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking, I'm just listening to again you talking about Slimming World. Maybe it's time you contacted them and said, listen, you need to bring this program into what you do. Just get them to read it and access everyone. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think that's been nipping me for a while. And I've been thinking, do I go in on to the local clubs, or do I just go to the Slimming World magazine head office?
And just go, I've got this amazing program. Why don't you run it out through your database? I love it. Because the thing is, it's stage one.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's the idea of franchise, that other people could promote this themselves if it's a success for them, and affiliate scheme. There's loads of ways I could go with it. It's just I'm feeling into who's coming forward, finding out, you know, what skill sets they've got, and really helping them to shape getting them to help shape how the service would look. And you know, feeling my way into it. I think it's all happening just at the right pace when I'm saying it all out loud.
Okay, so right here live, let's make us accountable. When are you going to make this phone call? When are you going to approach them?
To Slimming World. I'm going to start doing my research. I do it to my boys. I always say, if they say, I like that, I'll go, who invented it? Find out. Send me an email when you know who it is and tell me the backstory behind that business.
Beautiful. I love that.
So I'll do that myself. I will. I'll put the feelers out and start making some waves, because you turn up differently when you can say, hi, I'm an author. I'm a published author. It's a different thing.
Author, a course creator, a business radical, a health coach, a lifestyle coach, an entrepreneur, a freaking amazing woman who's out to help so many people. Help me reach the thousands that need this. They need you. This is amazing. They need to revitalize their own businesses with a new program, and your program will answer that problem for them.
That's the goal. That's my goal.
Anyway, clearly I am a Claire fan. I'm a big fan of what you do, and I've always been watching you. And I love watching your journey. I think what you've done and the passion you put in, and you do the yards, you've got the perseverance, you've got the passion, you believe in what you're doing. The belief gets you through the tough days, doesn't it? And there must be days where you think, oh my God, why is nobody buying my book or entering my membership? And then, of course, they do the next day. But on those days that are hard, it's your passion that sees you through.
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of the time it's like you're fishing and you think no one's biting, but actually, have you really put anything on the hook? Are you putting it out there? You've got to get behind that belief. And I think these people having that success, you know, and me looking at that is going to make us push more and push more.
Yeah.
It's like a cycle, isn't it? That I go through each time. I'm either promoting, serving, resting, crying. It's just a cycle, and it's fun. It's all good. It feels good, and everything that I'm doing, I don't want to get to a level where I'm like, oh, this is stress. I didn't want to create a monster. I wanted to be in control of it, and I feel like I've achieved that. I've got the funnel, the book's there for people who want to learn on their own. If they want more, I'm here, ready to help. So it's exciting.
Just tell me quickly, in the shortest way possible, who is this book for?
This book is for a woman who's drowning her discontent because she knows she deserves more, and she doesn't think that it's possible for her. She's not sure. She's doubting herself daily about her relationship, her health, and her wealth. And she's afraid. She's afraid of trying to stop in case she can't. And what will that mean? And she's afraid of stopping in case she loses the people who she believes are her support network.
Yeah. And then tell me, if she buys this book, what might happen?
If she buys it, it'll come through the door, but then she's got to pick it up. She's got to read it. That's the problem. She's got to read it.
And what might happen after reading this book?
I think what will happen after reading this book is she'll feel a level of hope and control that she is creating this universe. It's her world, and she's not in control of the weather, but she can control how she turns up and how she deals with her level of frustration. That's just normal. It's life. But there's another way. There's an easier way without wine, a much easier way. And I say wine, but I mean all alcohol.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Thank you, Jannine. You're lush. Tell me how we can find you and when's your next wonderful workshop?
Oh, bless you. You think I'd be ready with that. Now, JannineBarron.com is probably the first call. Probably the next thing I'm doing is my Gorgeous Bee experience, which I do every 3 months. And it's where women who are in a sort of startup phase, they come in, and for 3 months we meet every week, and we have some private sessions as well. And it's the most extraordinary group because we look at energy blocks and mindset issues alongside strategy. So I call it a combination of intuition and strategy. We call it an experience because we don't impose what happens. It actually, everyone has their own experience. So we look at a bunch of frameworks that help you take your, crazy idea into the world, and it's really exciting. So yeah, that's starting in June. Thank you for asking. I wasn't ready for that.
No.
Yeah, come contact me and ask me all about that. If you are trying and just feel a bit blocked, you might just love it. Yeah.
It's just your energy that I'm in love with. You're just so calming. And it's like, I want to be here going, rah, 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 and I know you're looking at my blind spots all the time. I know you are, and I just love it. I love it. I feel protected in your presence. I really do. I hope it's real.
Absolutely. I just say to people, I'm here to simplify complex ideas and help you reach your highest potential and get your crazy radical idea that's going to change this world out there. That's it. We're just got to get rid of all the stories stopping us.
Yeah, stop believing the script, that we have to stick to the script, because we have no idea how it's going to unfold. You've just got to keep feeling into it, haven't you? And like just taking that action and keep showing up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jannine.
Showing up. I love you so much, Claire. I love what you're doing. You're helping so many people. Keep at it.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Bye.
Lots of love.